Let's be honest about what it actually feels like when you start investing. Let's say you work hard, you skip the nights out, and you budget like crazy. You finally manage to scrape together your $1,000 to invest. You put it into the market, you feel proud, and you wait. A whole year goes by. You check your account, expecting to see some of that wealth-building magic everyone talks about. Then what do you see? If the market did its average 8% return, you made $80. That's it. You sacrificed for months, and your reward is a tank of gas. Maybe a nice dinner for one. This is the moment where most people quit. They look at that $80 and think, this is a joke. I'm denying myself happiness today for this. Investing is for rich people. But here is what nobody tells you in the beginning. You are in the dead zone. There is a specific mathematical reason why your money feels like it's doing nothing. And there is a specific number where that suddenly changes, a number where your money wakes up and starts working harder than you do. That number is $100,000. In this video, I'm going to show you why the first $100,000 is the hardest financial milestone you will ever reach. I will explain the math behind why your net worth explodes after you cross it. And I will show you the specific strategies to get through the dead zone as fast as possible. So, why does the beginning feel so pointless? It's because of something I call the contribution dominance phase. When you are starting out, your investment returns are mathematically irrelevant compared to your savings rate. Let's look at an example. When you save $10,000 a year, in year one, you contribute $10,000. The market gives you a 7% return, which is $700. Your total pot is $10,700. You did 94% of the work. The market did 6%. The heavy lifting is entirely on your shoulders. This is why it feels like a grind, because it is a grind. You are pushing the boulder uphill by yourself. If you keep saving $10,000 a year at a 7% return, do you know how long it takes you to hit his first $100,000? It takes 7.8 years. That is nearly a decade of discipline. That is a long time to wait to see big results. This is the slog. But look at what happens immediately after. To get the second $100,000, it doesn't take 7.8 years. It takes 5.1 years. To get the third $100,000, it takes 3.8 years. To get the fourth, only 3 years. Why? Because once you have that first 100K, a 10% market year isn't $80 anymore. It is $10,000. Suddenly, your money is earning a salary. It is contributing as much money to the pot as you are. The late, great investor Charlie Munger had a famous quote about this. He said, "The first $100,000 is a bitch, but you got to do it. I don't care what you have to do. If it means walking everywhere and not eating anything that wasn't purchased with a coupon, find a way to get your hands on $100,000. After that, you can ease off the gas a little bit." He wasn't trying to be rude. He was describing the physics of money. Think of it like a snowball. When your snowball is the size of a baseball, rolling it once picks up almost no snow. You have to pack the snow on by hand. But when your snowball is the size of a house, one single rotation picks up massive amounts of snow. The problem is, you cannot skip the baseball phase. You have to survive the years where the snowball is small, so you can enjoy the years where it's massive. So we know the math. It takes about 8 years to get to 100K if you're saving 10K a year. But we don't want to wait 8 years. We want to do this in 3, 4, or 5 years. Since your investment returns don't matter much yet, you can't rely on the market to get you there faster. You have to rely on brute force. Here is the 3-step playbook to speedrun the first 100K. Step 1 is the 100% rule for extra income. Most people try to cut expenses. They stop buying coffee. That's fine, but there is a floor to how much you can cut. You can't starve. However, there is no ceiling on what you can earn. During the race to 100K, you need to view your income as your primary weapon. Job hopping, side hustles, overtime. Anything you earn extra must go 100% into the investment account. If you make an extra $1,000, don't upgrade your lifestyle. Buy your freedom. Step 2 is to ignore the return and watch the savings rate. Stop looking at your investment gains. Seriously, they will depress you. In the beginning, a 20% return on $1,000 is only $200. It doesn't matter. Instead, obsess over your savings rate. If you can increase your savings from $500 a month to $1,000 a month, you just doubled the speed of your journey. That is way more powerful than picking a better stock. Step 3 is visualizing the progress. When you are at $10,000, the goal of $100,000 feels miles away. So make it visual. Draw 100 boxes on a piece of paper. Each box represents $1,000. Every time you reach a new $1,000 net worth, color in a box. Why? Because the human brain loves progress. Seeing that grid fill up keeps you motivated during the boring middle years when it feels like nothing is happening. There is one more reason you need to race to 100K, and it has nothing to do with math. It's about how you sleep at night. When you have $5,000, you are fragile. You are forced to take safe jobs. You are forced to put up with a bad boss because you need the check. When you have $100,000, you have what I call walk-away power. You can survive for a year or two without a job. Paradoxically, this makes you better at your job. You take risks. You negotiate harder. You speak your mind. Usually people with $100,000 end up making more money because they stop operating out of fear. If you are in that early phase right now, where you're saving $500 and the return is $30, you feel like giving up. Don't. You are not doing it wrong. You are just in the manual labor phase. Every wealthy person you see started exactly where you are. They just kept pushing until the gravity flipped. Your only goal right now is to get to 100K by any legal means necessary. Once you cross that line, the wind will be at your back, and the rest of the journey gets a whole lot easier. If you're on the climb to your first 100K, drop a comment below with your current milestone so we can cheer you on. The race to 100K is just the start of the journey. If you're ready to speedrun your wealth, hit that subscribe button and let's get to the next milestone together. I'll see you in the next one.